This is CBN NewsWatch.
It is Tuesday, February 18th. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Ephraim Graham. Ahead today, the Boy Scouts filing for bankruptcy after facing a barrage of sexual abuse lawsuits. We're going to explain why they took such an extraordinary action. Michael Bloomberg will be on the debate stage with other Democratic candidates tomorrow night in Las Vegas, the first time he'll actually face off with his opponents in person. And we're going to give you a prediction on who seems likely to win the Democratic nomination. It's one of the technology capitals of the world, Israel. We're going to have a look at some of the remarkable and potentially life-saving inventions from the Jewish state. And it's called collagen. Your body produces it. We're going to see why you need it and how you can keep it as you grow older. All those stories and more are ahead in this edition of CBN NewsWatch. We begin this half hour with the Boy Scouts, Chapter 11, filing for bankruptcy today after hundreds of sex abuse lawsuits have been filed against them. The Boy Scouts hope to work out a potentially enormous plan to compensate the victims in the lawsuits and to allow the 110-year-old organization to carry on. The federal bankruptcy filing could be one of the biggest, most complex bankruptcies ever seen. Scores of attorneys are seeking settlements on behalf of several thousand men who say they were molested when they were scouts by scoutmasters or other leaders decades ago, but are only now eligible to file because of recent changes in their state's statute of limitation laws. By going to court, the Scouts can put those lawsuits on hold for now, but they may have to sell off some of their properties to pay for a compensation trust fund. That could surpass $1 billion. The coronavirus is deadlier than the seasonal flu because the COVID-19 virus has a far higher death rate among people who catch it than the rate among those who get the flu. That is according to the Chinese Center for Disease Control and Prevention. Meanwhile, China reported today nearly 2,000 new cases of the coronavirus and nearly 100 more deaths. 14 Americans infected with the coronavirus were flown into the country Monday. That nearly doubles the number of cases here in the U.S. The new cases came off a cruise ship in Japan, and authorities did not detect the infections until the last minute.
Greater concern with regard just to this coronavirus alone is a secrecy and control of the Chinese Communist Party. Of course, this goes all the way back to the beginning of December. It didn't really start coming out until mid-January. By then, the epidemic had spread.
More than half of China is on lockdown or travel restriction, and there are concerns about how the country informed the world community. Former New York City Mayor Michael Bloomberg will appear in a Democratic presidential debate for the first time when the candidates take the stage in Las Vegas tomorrow night. The multi-billionaire qualified at the last minute after gaining enough support in a new presidential poll. Bloomberg has already spent more than $400 million on advertising, but he's facing growing questions based on past remarks on women, minorities, and other issues. Right now, Socialist Senator Bernie Sanders has a solid lead in Nevada before the state's caucus vote this Saturday. We now have an early prediction about who could win the Democratic nomination for president. As Jennifer Wishon explains, this method enjoys a time and tested, reliable reputation.
What's motivating these Virginia college students to get up early on a cold winter morning? Washington! It's not Abe or even Elvis. Believe it or not, it's presidential politics. Washington and Lee University's mock convention kicks off with a parade of student delegations from each state and U.S. territory. They're preparing to weigh in on the Democratic presidential primary, and if history is any guide, their prediction will be powerful. WNL held its first mock convention in 1908. Since then, students have correctly predicted the nominee 20 out of 26 tries. Held every 4 years, the prestigious student-run event focuses on the party out of power in the White House.
And then we also write a platform, so it's not just picking the nominee, it's predicting the whole convention pretty much.
In 2016, students successfully predicted Trump would win the Republican nomination, but this year has presented unique challenges.
With Bloomberg entering the race late and just recently having his vast investment into campaign infrastructure start to really begin to show signs of success, as well as Biden's fall in Iowa and New Hampshire, things are a lot less sure.
Wes Culp is on the team that analyzes and adds to months of research compiled by student state chairs.
We have not left a single stone unturned.
And this year, after all their hard and some might call impossible work, students predict Senator Bernie Sanders will win the top prize, but not until the last second. They project Sanders will enter the national convention just shy of enough delegates to secure the nomination. Due to the crowded field of moderates, they think he'll win enough delegates on a second ballot. The complex process of figuring it all out is eye-opening for students.
It's been really fun to get politically active because I'm not politically active and learn something or two. I'll be the first person in my family to vote ever in the States. I'm a daughter of immigrants. So that's been really exciting to kind of just learn and do it in a really fun way with my friends.
It's been a unique experience where I've been able to kind of divulge and try to figure out, everything that I believe in.
I think this organization is so great because it brings everyone on our campus together. We have over 98% of the student body involved.
So did they get it right? On to Nevada, South Carolina, Super Tuesday, and beyond to find out. Jennifer Wishon, CBN News, Lexington, Virginia.
I want to turn now to the flooding in Mississippi. The Pearl River appeared to have crested Monday in the state capital of Jackson, but authorities warned the hundreds of evacuees in the area not to rush back home until they get the all clear. Despite a forecast of more heavy rainfall in the region, Governor Tate Reeves said Monday they don't expect higher water levels in the central part of the state.
In fact, we could see as much as 1 to 2 inches of rainfall on Monday night, Tuesday, and into Tuesday evening. We could potentially see additional rainfall later in the week, Thursday, maybe even into Friday, of a ½ an inch to an inch. If that is the case, we don't anticipate seeing further rises in the central Mississippi area.
But Governor Tate added that Mississippi was not in the clear just yet. Turning now to Virginia, Governor Ralph Northam's push to ban the sale of assault weapons has failed after members of his own party balked at the proposal. Moderate Democrats joined Republicans on a Senate committee in rejection of the legislation. It would have prohibited the sale of certain semi-automatic firearms, including the popular AR-15 style rifles. It would have also banned the possession of magazines that hold more than 12 rounds. An upcoming Marvel Comics film will feature the first gay kiss in the history of the multi-movie franchise. The film is called The Eternals and will be released this fall. The kiss was recently filmed with one of the actors in the movie saying, "It's a beautiful, very moving kiss. Everyone on set cried." One of the lead characters in the movie is gay with a husband. The Marvel movies have grossed more than $22 billion worldwide since the franchise began in 2008. Raising a strong Christian son or daughter is more difficult than ever for parents. Our culture bombards them with social media, unhealthy role models, and even calls them to question basic things such as their gender. But author and social media influencer Emma Mae Jenkins is encouraging young people to stand up for Jesus, even when it's hard.
They don't know Jesus, and so they're going to mock the one who they don't know living within me. And understanding that allowed me to walk in his peace that surpasses all understanding. Then you're able to walk in the truth of who he says you are and not what the world says.
Now, to catch the full interview with Emma Mae Jenkins and more, be sure to watch the prayer link. You can find it tonight on the CBN News Channel. It begins at 6:30 Eastern Standard Time. Coming up, we're going to take you to a country that is one of the global leaders in new technology, talking about Israel. We've got a look at a conference that attracted investors from all around the world, including Arab nations from other Middle Eastern countries. You're going to see some examples of these amazing new technologies and how they can help to treat deadly diseases. When we come back, stay with us.
Too often, we carry baggage from our past. You know what it's like. It affects everything and everyone in our lives. It's always there, weighing us down and keeping us from achieving true happiness. But do you know God never meant for us to be trapped in the past? You can be free of your baggage. Learn how God's forgiveness leads to changed lives and new beginnings. Call the 700 Club.
I'm Ephraim Graham, and this is Studio 5. Cruise with me as I discover the good things happening in the world of music, sports, television, and movies.
The fact that Ryan Coogler was going to be directing the film, I knew that something special was going to happen.
We'll chat with artists at the forefront of entertainment and explore the connection between popular culture and faith.
I asked my pastor, I said, well, does that mean I'm supposed to be a preacher? He says, well, no, you already have a pulpit.
Watch Studio 5, Wednesday night at 9:30.
Tikkun Olam.
This is our nature as a country.
To make the world a better place.
Literally, we felt the earth shaking.
The Christian Broadcasting Network presents To Life, how Israeli volunteers are changing the world.
This film needs to be seen by everyone.
I was in tears.
Now you can own the inspiring documentary To Life on DVD.
There is blood on our hands if we know and we walk away.
I'm so grateful that this film was made.
To Life can be yours for a gift of $10 or more. Call 1-800-700-7000 or log on to CBN.com.
We know that every minute counts to save life.
It'll bless Israel, but it'll also bless all the friends of Israel.
Discover the untold story of how Israeli volunteers are making the world a better place. Call 1-800-700-7000 or log on to CBN.com to get your copy today.
Get the top political news and analysis from Washington on Faith Nation, tonight at 6 Eastern, only on the CBN News Channel.
We've often told you about Israel's groundbreaking technology and how it's described as the startup nation. Much of that technology came together in one place last week, and it brought investors from across the globe, even from Arab nations. As CBN's Chris Mitchell now shows us how that technology is changing the world.
OurCrowd is an annual event that showcases Israel's innovations, from medicine to agriculture and technology.
The startups here at the OurCrowd Summit address a number of challenges facing the world, including the most pressing one of the day, the coronavirus.
Sanitize uses nitric oxide to kill topical infections, including the coronavirus.
All the stores ran out of all the hand sanitizer, so we have the gel. And it's a gel that releases nitric oxide, so if you put it on your hands, and I can show you, you take it like that and you put it on your hands and you rub it. All the bacteria, viruses, everything that I had is gone. That's it. So it works.
OurCrowd is the dream of founder Jonathan Medved.
OurCrowd is the world's largest democratic venture investing platform. We allow people from all over the world to invest in great startups that are being built here in Israel and around the world. They're changing the world in areas such as cybersecurity, mobility, healthcare, ag tech. They're creating the next big thing.
Israel is now at the forefront and in the center of problem-solving technologies for the entire world. We know how to export solutions, and this really is the pinnacle of where we display that.
At the summit, global investors meet Israeli innovators. Former NBA star and investor Michael Redd says he comes because of his Christian faith.
First and foremost, I would say that the presence of God is here. Obviously, this is his land, this is his people, and there's an energy and there's a presence here that I've never felt before. So if you've never been here before, come for that reason and reason alone initially, but also the brilliance, the genius of Israel and Jerusalem in particular is just off the charts.
This year, thousands of investors registered from more than 180 countries, and some came on what they call a tech pilgrimage. Investors even came from some of the Arab nations in the Middle East. They found companies like RhysDavies that is helping fight the catastrophic fires in Australia, and Alpha Tau that's developed a new technology called DART radiation that's curing cancer. OurCrowd reports that 36 of its companies have been bought out by brand names like Intel, Uber, and Canon.
People ask themselves often, look, you're a little country, 9 million people. How come you're curing cancer, and how come you're solving for Parkinson's tremor, and how come you're helping the Australians fight those horrible fires, and how come you're solving problems of cybersecurity or shooting missiles out of the sky, what do you guys put in the water here? And the answer is that we have a long tradition in the Jewish people of turning curses into blessings.
Many see the phenomenon as an expression of Tikkun Olam.
Tikkun Olam is a very central Jewish value that we're not here just to help ourselves, but we're here to help fix, heal the world. It's a very central Jewish value. And for us, we see our technology as an expression of that value.
Medved sees this marriage of groundbreaking innovation and investment through the lens of the Bible.
I look at it more biblically. I think that this is our destiny here in Israel. Your viewers know that we were destined to be an Or LaGoyim, a light to the nations. And this is the manifestation of that prophecy, of that destiny. Israel today is providing solutions to problems that affect the world. And whether it's the coronavirus or cancer or hunger, our companies are on it.
The bottom line for our crowd is to change the world. They call it the double bottom line, making money while doing good. By 2020, our crowd had $1.4 billion committed to funding startups while fighting fires in Australia, curing cancer, and combating the coronavirus. Chris Mitchell, CBN News, the OurCrowd Summit, Jerusalem.
It has been called, it's called collagen. Your body produces it and it helps you young, along with projecting your joints and bones is much more. Even though our body makes less of it as we grow older, we're going to hear from one expert who's explaining how we can get that collagen back. Stay with us.
Come home to the sounds of Southern Gospel from CBN Radio. You'll enjoy a rich Southern blend of bluegrass, classic gospel, and Southern gospel favorites like the Gaithers, the Crab Family, and bluegrass sounds like Mountain Faith. So make yourself at home with the all-new CBN Southern Gospel, now available at cbnradio.com.
Meet the pastors who are preaching the gospel in a fresh, fearless way. I'm Roberto Torres-Cedillo. Join me each week for Next Gen Voices. And watch God transform a generation.
Prophecy thousands of years old.
We were called to be a light to the world.
Being fulfilled today. Discover how. Get to life. Call 1-800-700-7000.
We consider it our duty to reach out and help others around the world.
For a gift of $10 or more, you can own the acclaimed CBN documentary To Life. Just call 1-800-700-7000 or log on to cbn.com.
To treat a human, no matter what he is, which religious he have, which color he is. This is what I'm doing.
See how the people of Israel are fulfilling prophecy.
History is being written, and I want to be a part of it.
By sharing their knowledge.
In Africa, in Asia, in South America, in East Europe.
And their love.
This is how we work. This is us.
Get to life. Call 1-800-700-7000 or log on to cbn.com.
Welcome back. Turning to health news now, research shows collagen not only keeps us looking young, it also protects our joints, bones, and intestines. On this week's Healthy Living, Dr. Josh Axe says that as we age, our bodies are producing less collagen, but there are ways to get it back.
People don't realize this, but 30% of all the protein in your body is made up of collagen. And so if you're not getting collagen in your diet, those areas are going to suffer. So specifically, our skin, our hair, our nails, our bones. Listen to this about bones. There is more collagen in your bones than calcium in all other minerals combined. So, we think, hey, in order to have healthy bones, it's all about calcium because of dairy commercials years ago, but in truth, collagen's even more important. Collagen's important for our gut health. 90% of our gut lining is actually made up of collagen. So people that are struggling with any type of digestive issue need to be getting more collagen in their diet. Also, even things like heart issues, like our arteries and veins are made up of collagen. So Collagen is so key to building up healthy tissue, specifically the tissues that help us feel and look younger. And if anybody's watching this and they're saying to themselves, my joints don't feel the best, my skin, I want to look younger, the number one thing they can do is consume a collagen diet.
And there are those of us who, thank the Lord, are in pretty good health.
Yep.
But even if you're in good health, once you hit a certain age, your skin starts to sag, and that is loss of collagen, right?
You're 100% right, Lori. So once at the age of 25, when we're at our peak, every year afterwards, our body produces 1 to 2% less collagen a year. So here's the statistic. By the time you're in your 50s, your body is producing 75% less collagen than it did in its 20s. And that's why people get the fine lines, the wrinkles, the sagging skin. Here's the good news is you can slow that process and look younger and feel younger if you start using collagen every single day and consume a diet to where your body, because here's what happens. Your body produces collagen on its own. But really, to do it optimally, you need to be getting collagen in your diet and then also consuming foods that protect collagen breakdown, both of those things at the same time.
So let's talk about the different types of collagen. We've known for years that collagen is in bone broth.
That's right.
And our ancestors used to drink bone broth on a regular basis, and that was very protective. But a lot of folks don't have bone broth anymore, and it's kind of a pain to make because you have to boil it for like 24 hours. So there are different bone broth supplements and also different types of collagen. Can you explain?
Yeah, so first let's talk about bone broth, and then let's talk about the different types of collagen. So bone broth is nature's superfood. In fact, I think it's the #1 type of protein or #1 source of protein we should be getting in our diet every single day. As you mentioned, it's a pain to make. It takes a lot of time. And that's why one of the things Jordan Rubin and I did, we created a product to where people could get bone broth in their diet every single day in a powder form. So we created this product. This is bone broth protein. And this is found in stores nationwide. It's online, Amazon.com. People can find it anywhere. But bone broth protein, this is bone broth in powder form. We add some flavoring. But this not only contains, this is over 90% collagen in this product, 20 grams of protein per serving. But along with this, it also has glucosamine, chondroitin, and hyaluronic acid. Now, a lot of people, you may have heard of hyaluronic acid. People are getting injections into their skin and joints for that. But it's better, rather than doing it that way, it's better to do it from the inside out, where you're consuming it, then your body's using it on its own. So this is like the ultimate collagen boosting supplement that somebody can have. Now, along with this, with bone broth, and again, you can make it, you can buy it, but the powder is what I do every single morning. You are also right in saying there are multiple types of collagen. Type 1 and type 3 collagen is found in fish and beef collagen, and that's particularly good for your skin, hair, nails, and bones. It's actually what makes up those areas. When we're talking about type 2 collagen, that's what makes up your ligaments and your tendons, your connective tissue. Type 5 and 10 collagen are what make up your arteries and different areas like that. And that's another reason why myself and Jordan Rubin, Ancient Nutrition is the product. And really with collagen, you want to be getting multiple sources, just like we want multiple types of vitamins, just like we want multiple probiotics and antioxidants, you want multiple types of collagen. So anytime anybody's buying a collagen supplement, they should look to buy multi-collagen protein. And they can buy this at places like Sprouts, Whole Foods Market, their local health food store, online, Amazon.com, just search multi-collagen protein. But I really believe that these two together, if people really want to take their collagen supplements to the next level, 1 scoop of multi-collagen protein, 1 scoop of bone broth protein. And then there are foods that support collagen production.
To see which foods you should eat and to learn about the health benefits of essential oils, be sure to tune into Healthy Living with Lori Johnson. It begins at 9:30 Eastern. You can find that on the CBN News Channel. Coming up, a famous actor well known from the Lord of the Rings and Indiana Jones movies offers his defense of Christianity. Stay with us.
Christians around the world are standing with the Israelis. But why? In CBN's free magazine, Friends of Israel, you'll discover why Christians are supporting the Jewish state, how Israel is fulfilling prophecy as a light to the nations, and ways you can pray for the people of Israel. Israel needs the support of friends like you. Call now or go to cbn.com to get your free copy of Friends of Israel.
Heavenly Father, we do thank you for the work of your Spirit, Lord God, with this movement of getting the Bible,
yes,
Lord, into public schools.
Watch The Prayer Link, Tuesday nights at 6:30.
Hey, if you're tired and exhausted all day, you can't think clearly, and you really just need a cup or even a pot of coffee to get through your day, then join me, Dr. Josh Axe, for this new series where I'm going to teach you how to transform your diet and use essential oils and supplements to get a better night's sleep.
Protect your sleep and live your best life with innovative information from 5 leading sleep experts.
If you're not a great sleeper, you can do things to make yourself a great sleeper. If you're already a pretty good sleeper, you can enhance your sleep and be even better.
Discover a sleep-enhancing bedtime routine, how to put insomnia to rest, learn how to relieve pain that disturbs sleep, and much more in Protect Your Sleep.
Everything you do better with a good night's sleep.
Wake up to your best life. Call 1-800-700-7000 to get your free DVD or booklet of Protect Your Sleep today.
Don't miss out on this brand new series.
I am Region's first ROTC graduate student.
Check out the CBN News Daily Rundown podcast each weekday with me, Caitlin Burke. Click on the show tab at cbnnews.com where you can listen and subscribe.
Actor John RhysDavies, who portrayed Gimli in the Lord of the Rings film trilogy and in Raiders of the Lost Ark, has spoken out in defense of the Christian faith. The Christian Post reports he is urging people to view Christianity as a force for good in the world. RhysDavies referenced the abolition of the slave trade as one of Christianity's great glories, alongside the championing of the right of free speech and the right of the individual conscience. He says he considers himself a rationalist and a skeptic, but finds himself constantly defending Christians and Christianity. RhysDavies also stars in the upcoming CBN film, I Am Patrick, which will be in theaters on March 17th and 18th. You can see the full story of his remarks on Christianity at cbnnews.com. Time now for your Tuesday Tweetable. It's an encouraging word. I hope you will post, tag, tweet, and share with those around you. Know this, God is good even when your circumstances aren't. The even better news is he is working those circumstances out for your good and for his glory. With that word, I encourage you to make today a terrific Tuesday. That is going to do it for this edition of CBN Newswatch. Remember, you can find more of our programs on the CBN News Channel anytime. You can also find them online at cbnnews.com. We'd love to know what you think about the stories you've seen here today. You can do that by emailing us. The address is newswatch@cbn.com, or you can find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Hope you'll join us again right here next time. Make it a terrific Tuesday. We'll see you right back here same time tomorrow.